Anyway, in 2000, Edward Moses' diverse musical upbringing began to suddenly make a lot of sense as the whirlwinds of albums his parents had at home merged with his sudden discovery of hip-hop and slam poetry, all in a single summer. 23 years later, he has shared stages with rap luminaries like Aesop Rock and Gift of Gab, all while trying to float his sneaker habit by disguising himself as a mild-mannered IT specialist. Hailed as one of those your favorite Chicago indie rapper's favorite indie rapper sort of folks, but also likely to talk your ear off about anything from the woes and Sisyphean doldrums of finding rare house records to tiering systems in Capcom fighting games. Yes, seriously. But now, right now, he is here to tell us if he's ready. Moses?
I wore my nicest all-black outfit for y'all, so I just hope you're appreciative. How geographically appropriate to tell this story. In fall of 2010, any of you that have been to the green room at Metro, or perhaps have just been to a show at the Metro, they got rid of the couch, but hear me out here. In 2010, some wild things happened, and suddenly I found myself headlining the Metro for hip-hop stuff. This was a wild change from playing very, very seedy venues, starting mosh pits amongst youth, while attempting to rhyme the entire ACT vocab study guide. Regardless, it was a lovely career, and I was going to go ahead and donate some time to it because I didn't quite necessarily believe it until my DJ buddy showed me online and said, hey man, all tickets are sold out. So now it was time to get nervous. I spent the entirety of 2 weeks not only promoting the show on Facebook, but also darting between breaking out into a cold sweat and figuring out what excuse I could use to basically say that, hey, I really don't want to play this venue if it has 750 people in it. I'm sorry, I'm just too frightened. Regardless, I caught the cab from my apartment in Albany Park, got into the green room, and then I did everything that you're supposed to do when you're nervous. You fall asleep. I fell asleep on that couch in the back end of the Metro and then realized that what I was going to face down were the problems I was going to face now at the ripe old age of 39. Bad back, bad left shoulder, and I turn in my sleep. So like a rotisserie chicken, I was just effectively making my limbs worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I don't necessarily have a good concept of time of how time passes, when you're asleep. Suddenly the stage manager is shaking me awake. And I'm like, okay, what do I have left? About an hour? He said, no, you have 5 minutes. The theater kid instinct kicked in and I said, thank you, 5. So, sitting there now, suddenly, my hands breaking out into a sweat. Any of you that have been perhaps to that same room in the Metro, when you get ready to walk out on stage, there's a stage manager there. And the same stage manager has been there for most of my shows. He says, good luck, and you have a lovely wedged view of looking out to see exactly how many people were there. There were a lot. I was terrified. And 30 minutes later, I had done my first stage dive. Starting mosh pits in large venues is something that I'm absolutely about, but I lost my CTA transfer card while I was the crowd surfer. Thanks for listening.